Hello my fellow boxing enthusiastic friends. Man, it's overwhelming the amount of positivity I got by being the only YouTuber to this day who has opened his mouth and spoken the truth like I did and made the Anthony Joshua video in which many believe I have exposed him for being a fraud. But please, don't give me that credit because he did so himself by acting the way he did after the Oleksandr Usyk loss.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And yes, I did receive a lot of hate.
Whoa. Be careful, please.
But the fact that many more people are agreeing with me shows that me making the video on Anthony Joshua being fake was necessary, because nobody called out Anthony Joshua on being fake and dishonest like I did with that video right there.
You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say that's the bad guy.
It's time somebody says what most people are thinking.
Subscribe.
And by speaking the truth, you're gonna have a lot of people disagreeing with you in life. Remember that. Oh, and of course, I will always stand behind the truth and don't care about the potential shitstorm my opening a can of whoop ass may bring along with it.
I said give me a hell yeah!
Trim, and on my toes. Oh, I'm on my toes now.
Many believe that Anthony Joshua will be victorious in the rematch. Well, for the sake of these AJ fanboys and to shut them up once and for all, I guess I will make a video here about if Anthony Joshua even stands a chance in the rematch, and if so, what he would have to do differently to maybe be victorious.
Oh, Anthony, hello, how are you, Anthony?
Anthony, how are you? I'm coming for you.
And new heavyweight champion of the world! In the face!
Stick around to find out. I will catch you on the counterpunch, my fellow boxing enthusiasts.
This guy's a freaking animal.
I always tell the truth. Even when I lie.
First off, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers and newest additions to Team Usyk, and thank you for tuning in once again. Now straight to the point. What would Anthony Joshua have to do to be able to win in a rematch against the new unified heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk? Well, let's start off by looking at what he did wrong. I would say the biggest problem was that Anthony Joshua and his team thought it would be a good idea to come into the fight with the game plan of outboxing the boxer. Who the hell thought that would be a good idea?
I want to know who you are.
Outbox the best boxer in the world and one of the greatest boxers of all time? Where is the sense in that? Exactly, that don't make no sense. AJ, you are the bigger guy, have harder punches, are 20 pounds heavier, and have a 10-inch longer reach. Need I say more which strategy and style you should try to bring to the ring? I believe, and I have to bring this up once again of course, AJ's team truly believed that they can shock the world and do the unexpected by having AJ outbox the boxer Usyk.
Anthony's trained really well. He's in great spirits. He's had really good sparring. And you know, he's looking forward to the fight. It's going to be a huge event, and it's one, like I say, we're really looking forward to.
And why did they believe that? Because of previous fights. Previous experiences, like when AJ beat Andy Ruiz in the rematch in Saudi Arabia.
Who wants to see the third fight? Oh, hell no!
They really thought he put on a boxing masterclass. Man, boxing masterclass. It was one of the most boring fights I've ever seen. You beat an untrained 40+ pounds overweight champion in the rematch, and you did so by running away and thought it was a boxing masterclass? And due to this one event, this one time when you beat the obese, untrained fighter Andy Ruiz and outboxed him, you built your game plan on the same foundation when facing a lighter, quicker, technically way superior, well-trained, and even better conditioned best boxer in the world, Oleksandr Usyk?
That don't make no sense.
I knew in the weigh-in, when you showed up lighter, that this may be the approach you would be taking towards the fight. Props to Usyk for coming in lean and heavier with that kind of conditioning, and that kind of level of stamina is insane. Hats off to you. You must have trained very hard. Perfect switch. Let's talk about the training, alright? Well, another example for proving me right by saying that AJ has been treated like a man-child and God's greatest gift to boxing is this one here. Yeah, we see AJ training hard, right? Slamming the medicine ball on the wall with full force because he wants to be conditioned and fit and gain some power in his straight shots, right? And then his trainer picks it up and hands it to him. What the hell?
Hey Anthony, I send you hello. You very good boxer. You superstar.
If you've been following my journey here on YouTube, then you know some bits about my personal life. Yes, I have my own boxing gym, and if one of my fighters would ever ask me to pick up the damn medicine ball after they do such an exercise, then I would directly tell them to go train elsewhere.
Get the fuck out of here.
Not because I'm arrogant or believe that I would be too good to pick up a damn medicine ball for my boys, nah, but because this shit will get a fighter hurt. Boosting one's ego so high will only lead in one direction, downwards. You don't play boxing. Work harder than your opponent. Everything that makes training more grueling and less fun will benefit you in the long run because you suffer hard in training and fight easy in the ring. That's the key. Otherwise, you will suffer in the ring and you will get potentially very hurt. Do you want to know how Anthony Joshua came in lighter, hardly had anything to show as far as combinations and offense, and still had no stamina in the end of the fight? I mean, he was exhausted. Not because he fought so vigorously, nah, because his ego got so hurt and he was in his head. He wasn't focused anymore. Hell, he wasn't even focused when walking into the ring. Watch his entrance. He was cheering the crowd on and waving to everyone. He thought he would be able to intimidate Usyk by having the whole stadium cheering and singing for him. Again, underestimated his opponent. He didn't learn from the Andy Ruiz first loss. Never underestimate your opponent, even if you are bigger and get all the attention in the world. Did you see Oleksandr Usyk's entrance? He was wearing a shield for his eyes because the lights in the back before entering the arena may have had an influence on his vision during the fight. That's another level. The focus this man has sends chills down my spine. You got to give it to him. Oleksandr Usyk got the chance of a lifetime, and he seized that moment to the best of his ability. Was it the best Usyk we ever saw? I believe not. We have not nearly seen the best Usyk. It will take one hell of a fighter to bring out the best in him. Maybe Tyson Fury. I think I will be making a separate video on Fury versus Usyk. Now to the question once again, what does Anthony Joshua have to do to beat Oleksandr Usyk in the rematch? Well, I think he has to get rid of his whole damn team to begin with.
You're goddamn right.
His trainer, Rob McCracken, was yelling in the ring, "Brilliant boxing" during the 9th round.
Good action here. Big shot. Good jab by Usyk and followed up by a backhand.
I think Rob McCracken has been smoking himself some cracking.
Do you know where I can get any crack? You say yes. You do? Where? My house. You got a crack? Yes.
AJ has an amateur trainer and he would have to get trained by a great professional coach. Man, ask Teddy Atlas to coach you.
You know, I laugh sometimes. When you're in this business and you look at football, baseball, basketball, all these coaches that sometimes wind up with ulcers and stuff like that. You know what? I take it 7 days a week, twice on Sunday.
You need to train differently and you need to be humbled. You need to get a locker room without your face all over it. You need to get less publicity. The world of boxing should forget about you, and only there and then will you find your true self once again. I'm not saying AJ's a really bad guy. I'm saying he's had really bad people around him since the beginning. They put all these thoughts in his head, comparing him to the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Ali, are you kidding me? People comparing AJ to Ali and thinking that today's fighters easily stand a chance against the true greats of back in the day. Well, back in the day, they surely didn't train like this.
Hey Anthony, I send you hello. You very good boxer. You superstar.
They trained like this. Grueling, old-school training methods that make you want to change profession. That's what will make a champion. That's what I mean when saying that Oleksandr Usyk is bringing the old-school ways of boxing back. Truly humble. I mean, look what he says and how he reacts in the backstage right after he won and became the unified heavyweight champion of the world.
How do you feel, heavyweight champion of the world?
I'm very feel.
What's that?
Heavyweight champions.
That's humble, my friends. He's on top of the world, but he knows it actually doesn't really matter. Boxing does not make him who he is. His family and his faith makes him who he is and defines him. Usyk could even go 15 rounds. Imagine a prime Muhammad Ali against the best version of Usyk in a 15-round undisputed championship fight at Madison Square Garden. Man, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that. We need to get back those 15-round championship fights. They make so much more money. So many fights would have ended differently if there would be 15 rounds instead of 12. I know Usyk could go 15 rounds with the same tempo he showed us. And we all know Anthony Joshua could not have survived one more round. Comparing him to the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, shame on you. They used to go 15 rounds in a stadium where you didn't have air conditioning in the locker room. A stadium in which the crowd was allowed to smoke cigarettes. In a ring, blistering hot due to the lights above not being special cooling lights like they have today, where the referee didn't stop a fight half as quick as today, with gloves that looked like damn pillows. Need I say more? People who believe Anthony Joshua can be compared to greats of the likes of Ali are delusional and make me sick to my stomach, quite frankly. I have been getting so many comments telling me that I am wrong and Anthony Joshua is humble and truthful and a great, great champion. And the only thing I can do is show you proof after proof of video sequences and video scenes where you can see Anthony Joshua exposing himself.
Anthony, was that the toughest fight of your career? Amateurs and pros?
No way.
No.
No, it wasn't the toughest. It's only a fight.
If you want to go down as a great fighter, don't fight southpaws. I know if I was fighting an orthodox fighter, I probably would have knocked him out by the ninth, no matter who it is.
So he really said that he would have beaten any orthodox fighter within 9 rounds, including Fury. And y'all fanboys want to tell me he's not arrogant? Man, shut the hell up. Like back in the day when he was still champion, he said,
if Tyson Fury is the man with the belts, Tyson Fury is the man I want. And that basically says is, I'll fight anyone who has that belt. There's no problem with the person. I just want to go for that undisputed championship.
He really wants to get that undisputed championship. And now, since he lost, he says it's not about the belts. It's just about the fight with Fury.
The road to undisputed and all that stuff is good. As I said, I'll fight Tyson Fury, Wilder, whatnot, without the belts. With or without the belts, I'll fight whoever. Would you still watch it without the belts?
100%.
Exactly. So that's the main thing, is that you got 2 competitive fighters in the ring.
No one really cares about the belts. That's just legacy. That don't matter. Man, he is fake. You know, I did enjoy watching Wilder fight. I thought it was good for the sport, and I favored him as a boxer. However, I am man enough to make a video on him, calling him out for being a bad sportsman in the end and not doing the right thing for boxing. And you know why I can do that? Because I'm a man. Let me tell all you AJ fanboys something right now, okay? It's okay to have love and show support to the boxer you favor and you maybe look up to as an idol. I don't know. Kind of seems that way, to be real. But it's a different story when it comes to being in love with another man. There's a special word for that, and I'm not going to go ahead and announce that now. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Ha! Gay!
Now, the final question of the day, and to end this video here, can Anthony Joshua beat Oleksandr Usyk in a rematch? Of course, he has a puncher's chance, and I mean, it's heavyweight boxing and one punch can change everything, but if Anthony Joshua doesn't land that one punch and gets very, very lucky, then he won't stand a chance. Everyone acted like Oleksandr Usyk showed his best, and AJ will be learning so much more now and coming back with the tools to beat Usyk. Even after a loss like this, AJ still gets hype.
So how much of that, was it he made AJ fight like that, etc. But I still believe he can do much better against Usyk. But against Andy Ruiz, he went down 4 or 5 times, and he was stopped quite badly in that fight. Tonight he was outboxed, and started to get a little bit beat up towards the end, but there's a number of reasons for that.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Taxing in the 12th round, but it wasn't, he said, it's not like he's this devastating puncher. I don't know if he can be much better. When you look at Usyk's performance as a heavyweight, that was the best performance of his career. I think he boxed the perfect fight. I'd like to be more of a half glass full guy and say, can he do it again?
Pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole.
He stipulated as the venue for the rematch.
No,
So
but
it could be in Ukraine, yeah?
no, very unlikely. I think Ukraine's not great in February.
You a piece of shit.
Ukraine, very unlikely. To be honest, I think it'll be international or it'll be in the UK.
Slithered out on your mother's filth.
You truly believe we saw everything Usyk has to offer? I mean, come on, that's what everyone thought when he beat Derek Chisora. You think we've seen the best Usyk to date? You believe Usyk won't also have learned as well from this bout with AJ? AJ didn't find out how to beat Usyk because to find out how to do something you have to try and fail, and through those failures, after trying, then you can learn something. AJ didn't even try. If anything, Usyk found out how to stop and knock out AJ in the rematch. Mark my words, gentlemen, Usyk wins by TKO when they face off once more. The amount of time it would take for Anthony Joshua to catch up and get near Usyk's level would be more than a lifetime. And even then, Usyk would have to stop making progress and stop making improvements. Just because Usyk doesn't state again and again that he's still learning doesn't mean he isn't still progressing and learning. Man's a fucking genius and a true master of the greatest sport ever. The amount of focus and knowledge when it comes to Usyk for his craft is second to none when it comes to fighters of today. Now, he did look wounded after the fight. I mean, he had some pretty bad cuts. Look at the state of his face. But people forget that he took AJ's best straight shots and kept walking him down. He refuses to lose. His faith is so strong that literally God is in his corner. Bless you, Oleksandr Usyk, for blessing us with your mastery. Boxing unites us all, and united we stand. I will catch you on the counterpunch, my fellow boxing enthusiasts.
So say good night to the bad guy. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again.